Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum CSPro users. Tutorial on data reformatting. When engaging in data entry or conducting interviews, there are instances where we must expand the size of a field or multiple fields, which can prove to be challenging. I have data in two different formats, CSTB and text. In both formats, the data is neatly organized within appropriate columns. Before making any changes to the dictionary, create a backup copy of it. We will use this unchanged dictionary for the data reformatting process. Now, I will modify the sizes of the name and age items. The name item will now have a size of 45, whereas the age item will have a size of 3. Save the application and insert a case into each data file. Initially, I will add a case in CSTB format. It does not matter which file data format you choose to enter the case first. Once that is done, rerun the application with the dat file and insert another case. Finally, reopen both your CSTB and dat file in the data viewer window. Even when adjusting the size of name and age items, the data in the CSTB format remains well organized. Conversely, the data previously entered in the dat file becomes unreadable. It is clear from this that when making structure changes while using the CSTB format, the data file remains unaffected, unlike the case with text file. If you make any changes to the dictionary, remember to run the reformatting tool before you begin entering data again. If you choose not to do so, you will encounter issues which I will discuss later. Now, apply the data reformatting tool to format the data accordingly. To do this, simply navigate to the Reformat Data option located in the Tools menu. After opening the tool, a dialog box will appear prompting you to provide 4 file names: the input and output data dictionaries, as well as the input and output data files. In the first dictionary input box, enter the name of the dictionary that you backed up before making any changes. In the first data input box, provide the data file you had prior to adding any new case after making changes to the dictionary. Before putting the test case with the amended dictionary, I made a data backup and I will use that file. In the second dictionary input box, enter the name of the updated dictionary name. In the second data input box, provide the new data file name. Click on the Reformat Data button. The tool will create a new reformatted data file. An overview report will be presented, providing further details about the newly generated file. Now add a new case into the reformatted data file data_updated. After entering the data, we can proceed to compare the data files. Now open the data file data case before reform, in which I have added a case without using the reformatting tool with the amended dictionary. In the second data viewer window, let's open the data file data_updated, where I have entered a case after running the reformatting tool with the updated dictionary. It is important to note that the data case before reform file is not in a readable format, except for the case that I entered in the last. On the other side, the data underscore updated file is in readable format whether the case was entered before or after applying the amended dictionary. As I have mentioned earlier, if you add one or more new cases after modifying the dictionary only and before executing the reformatting tool, the previous data will not be in readable format. Prior to running the reformat tool, I have already imputed a case with the ID 1411. This case can be found under the file name data case before reform. Running the reformatting tool on this file would be ineffective after adding a single or multiple cases. Let's understand with an example. Open the reformat tool. In the first dictionary input box, enter the name of the old dictionary. In the first data input box, provide the data file data case before reform, where you enter the case before running the reformatting tool. In the second dictionary input box, enter the name of the updated dictionary name. In the second data input box, provide the new data file name. Click on the Reformat Data button. The tool will create a new reformatted data file. Now, open the data in the Data Viewer window. The existing data has been restructured, but the data for the new cases has been deleted. Through this exercise, we have reached the conclusion that it is important to reformat the text data first and then proceed with entering the data into the newly updated data file. There is another approach if you are interested in entering data without reformatting the text data file first. Let's explore this with an example. I have a dictionary with the previous size 35 for the name and 2 for the age. Copy these two items and paste them after the question 8. Now I will modify the sizes of the name and age items. The name item will now have a size of 45, whereas the age item will have a size of 3. Let's rename the item names Q25 to Q2_1 and Q41 to Q4_1 accordingly. Now let's open the form in Design View and delete question 2 and 4 from the form layout. It is important to emphasize that I am removing these items from the form design exclusively, and they will continue to exist in their original positions within the dictionary. Now drag and drop the new items question2_1 and question4_1 from the dictionary into the form. These items will be placed after the question 8. Now place the question 2 after question 1 and question 4 after the question 3. Now save and run your application. I am using the same data file in which I have already entered the 6 cases before make any changes in the dictionary. Add case, the ID is 141 and the questioner type is 1. After you have finished entering the data, open your file in the Data Viewer window. In the previous instance, the data is correctly aligned, but the new variables are currently empty. Conversely, in the new case, the previous questions 2 and 4 are empty, while the data is now stored in the new variables. This implies that from this point forward, when entering data, these two variables will remain empty, while the data will be input into the new variables. I hope this tutorial will assist you in understanding how to work with text data both with and without the use of the reformatting tool. For further information, please consult the built-in help resources in CSPro. Keep learning and goodbye.